Okay, so apparently I seen there we go. Let's do that. There, you can see me better. Let's talk about Upgrade the movie. Okay, is it a good shoot 'em up? Yes. Is it good action? Is it good suspense? Does it have decent technological wizardry? To a point, they more say we can do this rather than really like kind of show you too much of the technology behind it, which is a bit of a cheat because it's just lazy writing. It's show don't tell technologically in the movie. So I pretty much had an idea of exactly what this movie is going to be. So I kept debating whether or not to actually go and see this film because I've already basically seen a similar premise to downright almost the exact same thing, which I'll get into in a bit. So I went and I saw the film, and it's almost beat for beat of what I expected it to be. It kind of lost me just a little bit, then I realized, oh, it's just more cliched than that. So basically, it opens up with this guy who is a mechanic. So you know, he's a with their hands guy, and he doesn't know anything about computers or computer technology, which they state. So it's like, so in case you didn't get it, he doesn't know anything about computers. Anyway, he's building a car for this big genius. He takes the his wife, who was a computer expert of some sort, scientist, something, and goes and delivers the car to him. And I realized at that point, it's like when he says, "No, come with me, it'll be fun," and that's the point when you realize, yeah, someone's gonna die when someone says, because it's gonna be that if only I hadn't insisted on her going, this never would have happened, or something like that. So they take him down there. They meet this super genius guy. He shows them what Stans is, and then they are on the drive home. The car gets hijacked, or you know messed with. It flips, and they get rescued by this group of what do you call them, like guns for hire. I forget what they call, but yeah. So the wife gets shot. He gets paralyzed by a stag gun, the gun from the recent It film. A punch gun, I guess. What do you call it? And then he's in the hospital. Then he decides to get the chip installed in his spine, which helps him to walk, which then helps him to get revenge, and it does this and that. And I realized, and then spoiler alert, by the end, it was the scientist the whole time. And then no, the twist is that it was Stans the whole time, and oh god, it's a surprisingly cliche. Let's put it that way, because it's the one you least suspect. Okay, so let's get into what I said earlier. Now, there is another film, which I did a review about earlier, about Context, that there was a Russian animated film called Edit and I, in English, that's what it's translated to. And it's basically about this girl who gets an implant that slowly begins to insert itself into her body, through her nervous system, and it helps to be better, faster, stronger, and has like imaginary interface, imaginary friend guy, and it's like a lot of this movie looks a lot like the other movie, where it's like at times it's like, wait, did someone see this movie and then wrote the script for this and then they made this film? Because at times it kind of feels like that. And uh, so anyway, the Ed is Not is better because it has a happier ending, because things actually get resolved. in Upgrade is all just like, and then the computer takes over, the end, roll credits. Well, that's just being jerked around. I mean, it's like watching Ex Machina all over again, where it's like, well, we males, we all are. It's like in Ex Machina, the guys are being it showcases being stupid males for thinking, believing or implying that the female robot who looks female, therefore you treat her like a female, and then it's like, whoops, she never had our best intentions in the first place. And it's like, shame on you for liking the robot girl, and then now you're beaten to death and you're slowly starving to death in a locked room. It shows that you should feel bad for liking fembots, or the concept of fembots. That's why I don't like Machina. It just makes you feel like, well, we jerked you around and now you lose, we win, thing. And it's like, no one likes going to a movie watching that. It's not thought provoking. It just makes you feel in. It's just dickish to do that to an audience in a story. Just, okay, come on, we're here to watch a story. And it's like, well, you never stood a chance. It's like bullshit. So yeah, so I put this on the same disdain as Ex Machina. So I prefer Edit and I, and for the Ex Machina part, maybe Battle Angel Galley. You probably would have to wait for the live action adaptation to come out, and which would be later this month or early next month, because it's 8 minutes to 12, so the time of this video be sometime this June or early July. So yes, that is my review of Upgrade. I only recommend it on the part that it's a good action film. It's a pretty decent mystery, but has a terrible conclusion. So if you want to go into it for those 2 out of 3 things, I guess I can recommend it for that. But that's about it. I still feel like it's just a ripoff of Edit and I, which I did a review on, and a review in context is one of the ones I did. So if you want to see that. Anyway, so that's all I have to say about this, and I'm still trying to get through this month and then prepare for Anime Expo. Here's hoping. Here's hoping. All right, so there shouldn't be any other films I'm not too much aware of for the remaining for all of June. That's my real knowledge. So I have to get back to you on that. But until then, until next time, faithful viewer, remember, see you at the movies.